It's Jeremy here with Red Hawk Coaching and the Explode program. And in this next module, we're going to dive into Google Docs and what it has to offer for you and your business. One of the great things about Google Docs is the ability to share documents, store documents in the cloud, and be able to access them from any device. So let's jump in and explore how this could be powerful for your business. Hey, it's Coach Jeremy here with Red Hawk Coaching and the Explode program, and we're going to dive into Google Drive. All Google Drive is a cloud-based storage for your business. You can place all your documents, your contracts, all those forms that you need. If you're creating systems, your listing presentations, buyer presentations, you can store them all here and be able to access them from anywhere, whether it be on your phone or from your desktop or from another computer that you log into. So if we look over here, we've got some different options. We've got My Drive shared with me, so you can also share documents between drives. If you've got a team, you can share documents. It's really powerful. Shared drives is for teams. My Drive, that's what I see. That's my personal documents, and I have some control over that as well. So let's say I want to come over here and I can just right click inside the white space here, and I'm going to create a new folder. And I'm going to call that folder My Real Estate Business. Once I have that created, I could double click on it. It's going to open it up. And then maybe I have a folder called Buyers, Sellers, Leases, Commercial, and then we'll do one for land, raw land. All right, so the different components of your business, you could create a folder for each one of those. And then let's say I have a buyer that I'm working with. So I'm going to open up the buyer folder, and then the buyer, we don't have a property to attach them to yet. So we might just list it by name. So it could be L&J Williams. Now, any document that I create or I want to import, I can import PDFs into here, but I can store that all now in this folder. And so that when either I need to go back for compliance purposes or I need to pull some information because I need to get maybe something answered for the buyer, whatever it is, you've got all this now stored in the cloud, and now you're able to access it specifically from that folder. And let's say you wanted to share that folder with your buyer clients. All you'd have to do is right click on it and click on share. And then I could add the people that I wanted to that file. Okay. Now, when I add them to that file, I can also there's permission levels, and one is editor or viewer. You're going to want them to be the viewer, not the editor, so that they can access the documents, they can view them, but they can't delete them or share them or anything else. All right, and then you can just type a message in. Here is access to your paperwork, starting with your representation agreement, IABS, and any future documents related to the transaction. Onward and upward. All right. And then I can click on send. That's going to send them an email with a link so that now they can access those documents. All right, so I'm going to go into the L&J file folder, and if I click on new, I can add more folders, or I can actually add a Google Doc, a Google Sheet, which is similar to Excel. I can add slides, I can do forms. There's all sorts of things that I can do and create within Google Drive. And most of the time you're probably going to be loading in PDFs. Maybe it's a PDF of the contract that you had submitted and it was accepted. And so, those type of things may be loaded and stored in here. You may create maybe just an information sheet in regards to helping them set up utilities, whatever that may be. You can create additional documents to reside inside of these folders. So again, anything that I add to this folder, it's going to be shared with the buyer because I'd set up the folder to be shared. So anything inside of it is also shared. So just be aware of that. If there's something that you don't necessarily want them to have access to because it really doesn't pertain to the transaction, then you might not want to put it in this folder. You may want to put it somewhere else. Right. So again, Drive is really powerful. It allows you to put everything in the cloud to be able to access it. You know, I know when I was in sales, you know, you get requested the seller's disclosure. Now, a lot of times you can put that on the MLS. If you're using a system like Matrix, they'll have that ability to upload it there. At that time, I just loaded it as a PDF to my Google Drive, and then from there I could share it, and they would get a link to be able to access that file. So a lot of things that you can do with it. It just makes accessing information and sharing information a lot easier because it's all right there in the cloud. If you've got any questions, go over into the Facebook group for Explode. Post in there any questions you might have in regards to utilizing Drive. Maybe ask for some best practices, and I'm sure somebody in the group will be able to assist you with that, or I'll be able to answer those questions. And you know, good luck, and this is really going to make a difference for you as a business owner, and just being efficient, quicker, and being able to get to that information. And you know, the movement of information is power, the speed at which it moves. And that's one thing that's really different about the transactions of today versus, you know, even 5 years ago or 10 years ago, or back when I was selling, which was much longer than that. The speed of the transaction is really important. The speed of getting documents or being able to access a document and get it to somebody is really, really important. And Google Drive could be that solution for you. Have a great day.